Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Friday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parish. Got to get right. FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake Championship Health partner of LSU Athletics. Thrilled to welcome our friends at the Lake aboard to the Morning Scone family. Been great partners of ours over on AFR for quite some time now, and they reached out. Thrilled to have them as a part of our Morning Scone family. Unique physique, unique aesthetics and wellness, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. Code MAT15, MAT15, MAT15 for 15% off your order. Father's Day, Sunday. Good dads and Bocock Brothers Cigars, LSU branded product. Awesome stuff. Okay, good morning, everybody. Hope your day's off to an awesome start. How about LSU, man? Hosting five-star wide receiver Monshan Sales. Hope I'm saying it right. He is he's the one of the top receivers in the country. Give you his bio. He's a big dude. So he's 6'5", 201. In the composite, the Rivals composite, he's the number 8 overall player and the second best receiver. So it kind of depends on which service you're looking at. So 24/7 says he's the number 1 receiver. Rival says he's the number 2 receiver. ESPN has him as number 4. Whatever. However you look at it, you're talking about a good dude. Well, he is visiting LSU. He's at LSU on an official visit this weekend. Or I shouldn't say this weekend. He came for a midweek official visit. So he's here right now. Easton Royal is set to visit Texas this weekend as well. So waiting to see what's going to happen with this. Come on. I think I'm frozen. I don't know if y'all can still see me. So we're waiting to see. I don't know if y'all can see me or hear me because I'm toggled and I can't see it anymore. So let me just open up YouTube. Sorry. Oh, that's annoying. So waiting to see what's going to happen with this receiver crop. I may just have to open up my phone and see if YouTube will work that way so I can see if y'all are actually commenting or listening or watching. So, or if I'm we here. All right, I guess we're still there. Yep, all right, we're still there. All right, I'll just read your comments on the app. I don't know what's my computer is wigging out right now. Wait, hang on, that may be it. There it is. Okay, we're back. Sorry, y'all. That was I don't know what just happened there, but I'm good. Okay, anyway. Curious to see what happens with the receiver. As we've talked about before, this past portal cycle, they did not invest heavily in a top-tier receiver, but they are certainly looking at Sales, Easton Royal. Are they going to be willing to do that with high school prospects in this class? Sure seems like it. So we'll see how all that goes. And then the U.S. plays the World Cup today. So go USA. Let's go get another win. I'm not a big soccer fan, which that's okay. I mean, to each their own. But I do love the U.S. of A, and I do want us to whip everybody and everything all the time. So I would love it if we would go get a win today in our match against Australia, which is at. I don't know why that's playing. Boy, we're having a day, aren't we? Wow. Okay, let's just go to comments. Let's just go to your comments and questions. Devin, good morning. Ben, good morning. Middle-aged grind, good morning. Michael Rogers, good morning. Making those predictions. Evidently, Lane is confident Sam Levitt is good to go. Yeah, if y'all didn't hear, Lane was a guest on Tyrann Matthews' podcast, and he said in no uncertain terms that LSU, there it is, that LSU is going to win the national championship. I'll play it for you so you know it's not just me plucking this from the air. Like, there's no ambiguity here.
I don't know how fast it's going to happen. We're going to win a national championship. We're going to have the teams and the rosters back to the way that they were playing when they were great. I don't know how fast. That might not be today, right. But it's going to happen. And I feel it in recruiting too. When these kids come in here, and now that we got our staff fully here and we know how to sell LSU too, because now we're meeting up people and know the restaurants and the areas and the people, like it's 101.
Yeah.
What Nick Saban said.
Yeah.
It's the best job in America. I don't know how fast it's going to happen. We're going to win a national championship.
So, said it. I love it. I mean, but I will also point out that last year, Brian Kelly, after the season in 24, was like, we're keeping receipts and we'll see you in the national championship. And that didn't go so well. So, for what it's worth. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Brad, do you think those Boise teams, when Kellen Moore played, could have won a championship? His stats were incredible. No, I do not. Thomas, good morning. Christian, good morning. Being from Franklin Parish, pretty cool to finally see that team see players go to LSU. Yeah, so Trey Martin had him on AFR yesterday, running back out of Franklin Parish, and up in Winsboro, and an elite level guy, man. I mean, he's one of the top 10 running backs in the country. So LSU now has 2 top 10 running backs for the class of 2027 committed. Again, like I'm going to keep just tilling that soil and planting those seeds so you all know whenever portal cycle comes next year, because if you're going to bring in 3 high school running backs when you have 6 already on your roster, you're not carrying 9 scholarship running backs. You are going to have a mass exodus. And I just think it's very clear. They brought in those transfers. They got a good look at them in spring, and they don't like them. Gumptious, good morning. Do you know who LSU fan sits in the first row for every CWS game? I don't. I'd have to see, but I do not know. Henry, good morning. Would love to see the World Cup games in New Orleans. Me too. That'd have been cool. I would have gone. Thought about going actually to a game over in Houston just to say I went to a World Cup game. But that would have been really cool if New Orleans had been, and New Orleans bid to be one of the host cities. Hey, Jeffrey, good morning. How does Durham fit in the running back rotation this year? Yeah, he was third throughout spring. I mean, it was Barry and Dylan Jones, and they obviously have very different skill sets. And then next was Caden Durham. And Stacey Gage was sort of in that next crop as well. The ones we just didn't see were Racine Guillory and Rod Gainey. Those are the 2 that we just didn't see play much. Remember, they didn't sign a high school running back in this class. Hey, Dale, if the Tigers pitching staff doesn't take a leap forward next season, we'll need a lot of cha-chings to win games. That is a fact, Dale. They will need a lot of cha-chings, but I think they have the offense to get a lot of cha-chings. However, we did just see Georgia, a team that was proficient at cha-chings, lose in Omaha. So it's not all about the cha-chings. You got to be able to pitch it. Hey, Ryan, good morning. Michael, good morning. How do you think proposed changes for the MLB draft will affect college baseball? Yeah, it'll never happen, by the way. So if you missed it, the Major League Baseball has proposed banning high school players from the draft. Some other stuff, but they would shorten the draft, lower the cap, all that sort of stuff, or lower the bonus pools and all that sort of stuff. It'll never happen. The Players Association will never agree to it. So remember, they're going through a labor agreement right now. And so that they need a new CBA, which is why I keep talking about a work stoppage next summer. And Major League Baseball just keeps, they keep throwing out. Think of it this way. I tried to think of a good analogy. And And I came up with one, but it's not Morning Scone or maybe even AFR friendly. It's one I would tell you if we were just talking one-on-one. But it's one of those things where like MLB put that out there knowing full well it's so ridiculous that the Players Association will never agree to it. So that their next ask, they can say, well, look, you turned us down on that thing. Here's the thing we want now. I really wish I could give you my analogy, but I'm not gonna. I'll think of a better one. But just suffice to say, look, I made a few calls on this yesterday. I think it's something like 19 of the top 20 contracts in Major League Baseball are players that came straight from high school. And if Connor Griffin has already signed a $140 million deal. Under the rule proposed, Connor Griffin would just be going into the draft this year. He would have spent the last 2 seasons at LSU. He's already signed a $140 million contract. So from the player's perspective, they want to have the option to get into pro ball, start making money, and get toward a second and third, potentially fourth contract. We can't do that if you're forced to go to college for 2 years. And then there's injuries and other things could happen. So, and then also there's lowering the bonus pool, which takes more money away from the players, which they'll never agree to that. The players want more money, not less. So MLB proposed that knowing full well it would never happen. But basically in getting that no, they think they can ask for something more realistic and get to a yes, if that makes sense. Squirrel, what up, man? Good morning. Devin, okay, thank you, man. Connor woke up feeling extra patriotism today. Awesome. Go, USA. Texas increasing their bat for Royal this weekend? Probably. Or just, I don't think they need to, Dale. Hey, Brad, do you think the Saints should have kept Spags after 2012? He's done a great job at KC in New York the 1 year. The Saints seem like an outlier. Yeah, it's so wild. He's been such a good defensive coordinator, but the year he was in New Orleans was quite literally the worst defense in the history of the NFL. No team allowed more yards and points in NFL history than that 2012 Saints defense. It would have been hard to justify keeping him. And they brought in Rob Ryan, and that worked temporarily. They got back to the playoffs the next year in 2013. They're really aggressive, Hey, Mark, good morning. Dale, I don't think it was the computer. I don't know if it was my connection. YouTube was saving there, but we're good. Where are we? Steven, good morning. What are the Marconis announced? Which market would y'all be nominated for? I don't know when Marconis are announced, quite honestly. Marconis are an award, by the way. We sometimes RV. Good morning. How's Mama Scone doing? She did good. Thank you very much. So Mama Scone had a little rotator cuff surgery yesterday over at Brock and did well. Home, resting, all that stuff. So shoulder's a tough one. So she'll have a road to recovery here, but hopefully takes away the pain she'd been living with in her shoulder all that time. Thanks for asking. Hey, Samuel, what about the pitcher who pulled his name from the MLB draft? Yeah, so it's a lefty. If you missed it yesterday, oh, that's not what I wanted. And boom. There we go. Okay, here you go. Yeah, so Braxton Beatty is a left-handed pitcher who has announced he will withdraw from the draft. He's a low 90s fastball, pretty good changeup, strike thrower, good pitchability. He's ranked number 222 on the Perfect Game draft board. So he will not be eligible for the draft until after his junior year. So he will not be a draft eligible sophomore. So you got Beatty for 3 years. So left-handed pitcher, who's showing up on campus. There's another left-handed arm, as we had kind of talked about. Cooper Williams, Plog, and Lockenmeyer. Well, now you can add Beatty to that mix officially. Carrico family, Matt, there's a kid, Lucas Naraki, from here in Aledo, Texas, that is gas on the left side, 96, committed to the Tigers. That makes 3 athletes from Aledo on LSU athletic rosters. Yeah, I think they, so I'm familiar. I think that's one they're sweating if he's going to show up on campus. See if I have my notes on him. In a few weeks, I'm going to do the thing where I sit down with all my scout buddies and ask them their predictions and projections on all of the high school guys and who may actually show up on campus. I don't know if it may not be in this notebook. Yeah, it's not in that notebook. I'll have to find it. All right, let's see. Hey, Dale.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Okay, Parish Construction Roofing. Remember, if you need an orthopedist, you do like Mama Scone did. You go to Brock. Need a roof? You call Parish. The winner of the best roofing company in the best of 225 for 2026. There it is. I didn't hit the button. FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. They have 23 football players on their NIL roster. The Lake does this year. Levitt, Seaton, Whitweeks, Trades Green. Really excited about the season. I think we're going to be able to have a lot of those guys on AFR. So throughout the course of some of their deliverables will be coming on AFR. So very much looking forward to having a lot of those guys. So Aluba, Harlem Berry, Lamar Brown. Really good ones. Deuce Gerald's, mentioned Trades, Braylon Moore, DJ Pickett, Jordan Ross, Prince Will, Winnie Watkins, Zach Weeks, Trey Wilson, PJ Woodland. Cool. Lots of them. I'm sure they'll make all those announcements later. But in any event. Okay. Where are we? Hey, Adam, good morning. Have a fantastic day and a blessed Father's Day weekend. Take care. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it. Thanks. Same to all the dads. Hey, Andy, good morning. Glenn, good morning. How's your back? Feeling good, Glenn. Crystal got me right before the golf round. I keep, stay consistent on my BPC 157, and I feel good. I mean, most mornings when I wake up, just a little sore getting out of bed, just a little stiff from laying for 8 hours or 6 hours or 4, however many I sleep. But feel good, man. Yeah, thanks for asking. Hey, Robbie, do you think this is Cam Jordan's last year? I do, Robbie. I think this will be it. Carrie, good morning. Jason, good morning. Is she Jabbo talking about Messi being the GOAT? I did not. Hey, Tiger Baseball. I love how everyone becomes a massive soccer fan during the World Cup, but doesn't watch in the 4 years between. At least that's how it is in my circle. I'll stick to CWS and golf. Yeah, I don't know that I would say massive fans. I think it's similar to the Olympics, where when you have so let's just be clear, first of all, the popularity of soccer in the United States has grown immensely in the last 20 years. Well, let's call it 15 years. The 2010 World Cup was a huge part of that. And ESPN, I think I've told you this before, John Skipper, who was the president of ESPN, was a massive soccer fan. So he is the one who really forced soccer into the mainstream. Highlights on SportsCenter, the World Cup contract, all that sort of stuff, the coverage. So John Skipper is the guy who really deserves a lot of the credit for propelling soccer into the mainstream more mainstream in the United States. But I do look at soccer or the World Cup, for example, like the Olympics, where soccer is certainly more mainstream than a lot of Olympic sports, but it's really the opportunity to wrap yourself in your colors and cheer for your country in an international event. So, I'm not sitting there watching every World Cup game. I'm pulled for the U.S. We last Friday when we were traveling to Vegas, we kind of were following along on the phone. I'll be on air today when the U.S. is playing, so I'm sure we'll have it on TV in the studio. They play at 2:00, so I'm sure I'll have it on TV in studio. But I don't know that you talk about people becoming like huge soccer fans. I think people are huge United States fans, and they happen to be playing in a major international event. Hey, Jack, Matt Moscona, Morning Scone. He'll be all right. He'll be good to go.
Questions? Walker Parks, is he? Oh, he'd be all right. He'd be all right. He'd be all right. He'd be good to go. He didn't go today.
Dabo. Hey, Robert, good morning. Enjoy the day. I believe we will win. Go USA. Also, my IG feed has been taken over by Euros learning about the U.S., and it's awesome. Tiger Stadium needs to host. I mean, I don't think Baton Rouge could host the World Cup. New Orleans was one of the bid cities and wasn't awarded one. Hey, Kerry, Winsboro. That's my city. Shout out Winsboro. Ed Sexton is the LSU fan at CWS. Oh, got it. Okay. What does Ed do? Leon, good morning. Robbie, 2 future NFL Hall of Famers last year in the league. Aaron Rodgers, Cam Jordan. Hopefully Cam will get a sack or two on Rodgers in the game in Paris. Don Sexton is always sitting next to him, his brother. Okay, good to know. I want the analogy so bad. I'm not giving, not on Morning Scone. I wish MLB would simply the contracts, all the deferred money. It's crazy. Hey, Brian, does it seem like Caden Durham is the odd man out? Well, that not singular. I mean, I think, look, they paid Harlan Berry a high 7-figure number, and Dylan Jones very clearly among the others was the standout of spring. So all that to say, man, if you look at Lane Kiffin's history, he typically has one bell cow back, and then the quarterback is like the next leading rusher, next among ball carriers, right? Next most rushing attempts. And then you'll have another running back that's a contributor. So, I just think your two backs are Barry and Dylan Jones. And the other four, I don't know that there's really a role unless if there's, God forbid, if there's an injury or something like that. By the way, this was Lane Kiffin on Tyrann Mathieu' podcast when he was asked about an under-the-radar player.
I think Dylan Jones, running back that came in from Wisconsin. Now, we haven't done tackling yet, and so there's still a lot into it, but really good feet and body control and really smooth runner. He was starting there and got hurt last year. And so not a big stat guy coming in, not much notoriety. We got a lot of portal guys that were highly ranked and all that. Yeah. We've got obviously the quarterback, the left tackles, an unbelievable player. And everybody knows about Trey Dez and Whit Weeks and TJ. So there's a lot of names they already know about. Yeah. But I think Dylan has got a real chance.
Matt, have you ever gone to any of the 3 horse racing tracks in Louisiana? Yeah, man, for Jazz Fest. Hey, Phil, good morning. Brian, good morning from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Did you see the MLB playing, not draft high school players? Yet that's not going to happen. We talked about it a little bit ago, Brian. I know MLB is proposing that. But remember, they have to have a collective bargaining agreement. So that'll be collectively bargained with the Players Association. And the union came out yesterday, basically said, no way, no how, and it'll never happen. So it would be great for college baseball. I mean, if you think about all the great players out of high school that LSU signed over the years that never show up. I mean, even recently, Connor Griffin, Jacob Mizorowski. I mean, those guys would have to come to campus for 2 years. And it's just never, the Players Association will just never agree to that. Hey, Brian, is KJ Henderson another example of this staff not spending a ton on 17-year-olds? Seems like we're stacked at linebacker for 27 as well. It's a really good question. So, I'm looking up this. I think you're talking about Caden Henderson. I don't. Maybe he goes by KJ. I've only known him as Caden. But either way, he's the 5-star, the number 1 linebacker in the country, who committed to A&M. I think, and to answer your question, sort of flatly, yeah. I talked about this a lot yesterday on AFR. I did like a full segment on it. If you look at Texas A&M's class, it is massively impressive. They are building one of the best classes ever. Not that dissimilar from a few years ago when A&M had the best high school signing class ever, and they won 7 games, and then all those guys left. Mark Matthews, 5-star. Kamori Dorsey, safety, 5-star. Zyron Forstall, edge, 5-star. Kennedy Brown, interior offensive lineman, 5-star. Caden Henderson, number 1 linebacker, 5-star. Raylon Henry, number 42 nationally. Jaquan Snell, number 48 nationally. Jaden Upshaw, number 56 nationally. Miles Smith, number 59 nationally. Frederick Ards, number 61 nationally. Y'all, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 10 players in the top 61 nationally. Like, that's absurd. And that's going to cost a ton of money. And so you look at it, you go, okay, like, if you're taking Kiffin's approach and you're going to pay on all those guys, you expect them to play immediately. So if you're A&M, you're paying all those guys and you're going to bring them all in and you're going to have 10 freshmen starting. If you do, I don't think you're going to be very good. If you bring in those highly ranked guys and they all sit, what's to say they're going to stay? They probably won't. So I think while it's a massively impressive class, I think it is a real risk in bringing in all those guys, paying them, and most of them are going to sit as freshmen. Now, maybe A&M just has a dump truck full of cash and it doesn't matter. And they'll just pay everybody, and who stays, stays, and who doesn't goes, and they just chalk it up as a loss. Brian, if we can't hear the announcement on AFR, will you mention it on Locked On? So I will not. It is not anything to do with LSU, the big announcement that I've been teasing for a few weeks. But I think today is the day that when Terry is on AFR, we should be able to announce it. So I'm very excited. And I do not believe in any way that I oversold it. Tiger Poppy, good morning. Thomas, let's go. 8 down, 9 tomorrow. Let's see, answered that one. Hey, Ron, good morning. Ron from West Monroe. Going to watch World Cup in the United States at 2 o'clock today. Go USA. David, good morning. Robbie, did you hear about the new inductees to the Saints Hall of Fame? I did. Talked about it yesterday on AFR. I think those two are an interesting contrast because you talk about guys who had similar careers but came in with very different expectations, right? Teron Armstead was a round three guy out of an FCS school in Pine Bluff. And Ingram was a guy who was a Heisman Trophy winner, and Saints traded back into round 1 to take him. And it really took about 5 years before Ingram ever even made a foothold. So I say relative to what you gave up to get him, Ingram's career was a disappointment. And then for Armstead, relative to the draft capital, he was a smashing success. The fact that he became a Pro Bowl left tackle as a 3rd round guy out of Pine Bluff. But it just goes to show you it's based on expectation. Hey, Patrick, good morning from 30A. Okay. Cloudy, double red flags, but we're at the beach. Yeah, you are, man. Enjoy the day. Hope the family's well. Patrick, hope the boys are doing great, man. Hey, Manny, good morning. Robert, my 9-year-old is much more into soccer than golf or college baseball. I get you. But Gen Z, Gen Alpha are major into it. My son has Messi jerseys. He doesn't yet want an LSU jersey. There's no doubt, man. Like Robert, it's a real thing. Like we have seen a shift probably in the last 10 years where more younger people are playing soccer. I think a lot of parents are keeping their kids out of football. One of the things I mention to you all the time is when you look at the median age of fans of sports, everything is aging up except the NBA. So the NBA and MMA are aging down. So younger people are watching the NBA. It's like, I know a lot of people say, oh, the NBA stinks. Like there will be, like, I could see a time in the next 20 years, 30 years where the NBA is the number one sport in the United States. And you could roll your eyes at that because the NFL is a juggernaut, but go back 50 years and try to convince anybody that the NFL would overtake Major League Baseball. They would have had the same reaction. You better be careful. Hey, Gerald, good morning. I want to thank Dabo for the gift that'll keep on giving here on Morning Scone. Good to go. Hey, Manny, good morning. He didn't go today. We held him today. Morning, Matt from Music City. All right, Arnold, thanks for being there. Let's see. Morning, Matt. I know we're about to be in recruiting dead period. Does that mean it'll be time for early looks at opponents, Clemson, et cetera? Well, I'll tell you this, man. If you check out LouisianaSports.net, Hunt this week has been doing a game-by-game sort of opponent-by-opponent check-in on each of LSU's opponents. So you started with Clemson, Tech, Ole Miss. I think today's, or maybe yesterday was A&M, today's McNeese. Anyway, so that's up at LouisianaSports.net. It's always free if you want that. Yeah, we can start talking about it for sure. Hey, Patrick, LSU chosen 5-star wide receiver, U.S.-Australia World Cup. That's full breakfast plate for a Friday. Go Tigers, go USA. All right, Patrick, thanks, man. Kelly, good morning. Ralph, I feel the 2-year college is great. Rule football uses it. Form it. Doesn't help the young man in high school to be able to bypass free code. Yeah. Here's the thing, man. I think I get the gist of what you're saying. College will always be there. You have a finite amount of time to earn money with the physical tools God gave you. So for those who are good enough to play at that level and have an opportunity to make money, they need to maximize that opportunity. And you can always go back to school. So look at Zach Von Rosenberg. It happens all the time. Guys go play pro ball out of high school, and maybe it doesn't work. They go back to school. Or they play pro ball, and then they're set up for life and don't need school. Or whatever the case may be. But college isn't going anywhere. It'll always be there. You make money in the finite amount of period of time that you have to make money. And you shouldn't have restrictions put on you. Seth, go USA. Michael, Brian, what's the latest in Albert Simeon? I mean, that was the word. I know some people this week said, LSU was pushing. I just can't see that. I can't see LSU paying what they have to pay to get a freshman lineman that's not going to play. Just listening to Lane all the time. Well, Parrish did join the Oaks. So, we're not the official, Parrish is not the official roofing company of LSU. It's not that. I would say it's bigger than that. But, but we did join the Oaks, which we had to write a very significant check for that. So, we did write a very, very significant check to LSU to be a benefactor, to get tickets and possibly suites and all that sort of stuff. Kyrie, good morning. Catching a flight to Atlanta, a couple hours. Let's go to Dream Play the Fever. I thought you were talking about you were going to go watch Team USA. Got some custom Angel shirts made. You better not let us down. That's awesome, man. Enjoy Atlanta. Look out for all the World Cup goers. Hey, Shane, heard Taylor Ford Grain is now in Louisiana. If anybody sees an E.H. Taylor Ford Grain, please grab one for me. Please. Put out the all call. Paul, good morning. All right, we're done. Thanks for being there, y'all. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post, podcast. Please subscribe on your favorite podcast app. All of our sponsors are linked in the description on YouTube. We get them linked on podcast as well. Y'all have an awesome day. Locked on LSU is live, AFR3. We'll see you. Peace.